The brand new FL5. Honda's new flagship Civic. Boasting more power than the FK8, it's still somehow slower in a straight line.
Oh my god.
What the bloody hell's going on there?
Oh my god. I'm walking away. Easily.
That's a faster car! That's a faster car!
We're not going to talk about that, though. Obviously, it's a more refined version of the FK8. Some people hate it, some people like it. They smoothed out the body lines. They made it a little faster on track. It is the more refined version of the FK8, but is it really worth the markups? Unless you want to pay almost $80,000 for a Civic, yeah, no, it's not worth it at all. For 80 grand, you can pick up, what, an M3, M4, I mean, there's GT350, I think. I mean, there's so many other options with much more power than a Civic. And this is coming from someone who has a 10th gen Civic, although that's an 11th gen. Either way, the point is, I have a newer Civic, okay, and I love it to death, but there's no way that I would spend anything over $50,000 for a Civic. I mean, that's just insane. What's even crazier is that people are still buying these cars for over 60, 70 grand. I mean, look, obviously I get it. It's a Type R. It's cool. It's the new Type R. It's faster or whatever. It's better. Not in a straight line, but we're not going to talk about that. I understand that some people are just really into Civics. You know, they've probably been into Civics for years and years and years, and they just want to keep following the heritage, so they don't care about spending 70 grand on a Honda Civic. And I get that, because some people are like, well, why are people still buying it? You know, they should stop buying it, and then dealerships will learn. Well, it's like, well, I do understand that some people really like Honda Civics. I love my Civic, okay, so I really can't argue against that. But in general, $70,000, okay, for a Civic. I don't care if it's a Type R. That is ridiculous. Again, compare it to the M3, M4, GT350, probably older CTS-Vs. I mean, I mean, come on, you're getting cars, okay, that have twice the power for the same price, if not cheaper, than what a 315 horsepower Honda Civic gets. I mean, seriously? These dealerships don't care either. I mean, they're called dealerships for a reason. They'll nickel and dime you for everything. I mean, half the stuff they charge you with is bogus anyways, but adding a $25,000 market adjustment on a car is just plain thievery. I mean, is that even a word? I don't even know. It's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. I mean, that's really messed up. But there are people buying it, and I guess they're trying to take advantage of that. Not the right thing to do, but, I mean, hey, I guess supply and demand. If a lot of people want to buy this car, they're going to mark it up, knowing people will buy it. Smart move on their end, but just because it's smart doesn't mean it's a good move. It's still kind of a dick move. The bottom line is that this car is not worth the markup. All right, well, at least to me, it's not. I mean, like I said, for comparing it to everything else out there for that price range, it's nothing. Let me introduce to you a car that for the same price would run circles around the Type R. The Camaro Z01 1LE. 6.2 liters of supercharged V8 freedom, 650 horsepower, and all the aero that a kid would want. This, versus the Type R after a markup, truly raises the question as to whether or not it's really worth it to spend that much on a Civic. The Type R is more fuel efficient, probably a lot cheaper on insurance, and overall I'm sure maintenance-wise is a lot cheaper than the Z01 Camaro. But if you're buying that car purely for performance, you're wasting your money. That's with the markup, of course. The MSRP of the new Type R is 43 grand, and for that kind of money, it's a pretty good deal. However, again, we're talking about the markups here. No, it's a waste of money. You get 60, 70, 80 grand on this car, not worth it. So, the final verdict. The FL5 is one heck of a car. I would even say that it's carrying on the legacy of the Type R very well. For the MSRP, definitely worth it. If you like front-wheel drive, I would say this car is absolutely worth the money. However, for the insane markups that dealerships are adding, this car is not worth the money they want. For 50 plus grand, you can get a lot better cars for the money. It's nothing against the Type R either. It's just, for that type of money, you can get way faster cars. And also, this is not Honda's fault at all. It's the dealerships. So don't blame Honda for these markups. They have nothing to do with it. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. And if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments. I hope to see you guys in the next video. And as always, stay awesome.